Good evening, everybody, and welcome here as we are getting set for the first race of the 2023 PCSRA Coca-Cola Truck Series. After a very long rain delay we had here, we're finally going to get underway here tonight with the running of the Canadian 225. Going to be a fun race here tonight at Riki Raceway. We've got, and I'm going to use this for my little deal, so. All right, we got Samantha Granger in the 15. On pole is Stephanie Driscoll. Annie Winters in the 38. And June Bailey in the 44. Bailey actually raced her way into this event via the non-charter race yesterday. 46, Sarah Costello. Bridget Thomas in the 18, Erica Douglas in the 22, Ari Springer in the 19. 51 is Patrick Combs, Chloe Carmichael in the 54, Tico Jumiaka in the 24, Robert Morris in the 014, Rita Seeger in the 88, Justin Hugo in the 2, Peter Ramirez in the 00, Betty Johnson in the 25, Victor Gonzalez in the 92, Carla Sanat in the 49, Bella Santiago, who actually raced her way into this event via the non-charter race from yesterday. Same with the guy who's next to her. That's Ashton Ingersoll, who also raced his way in via the non-charter race. Ashley Horton and Lauren Grupius paired DVR trucks starting at the rear of the field. Charlie Silver, Max Chilton, Riley Roblier, Brian Gomez, Prudence Littlejohn, and the 02 of Jimmy Baker making his debut. Makara Amir Muez in the 14, Heather Gallant in the 81, Jessie R in the 11, Annika Ritchie in the 42, Hattie Swore in the 74, Benny MacArthur in the 05. Greg Retz was the fourth and final driver that raced his way in via the non-charter race, and Jessica Moore in the 17. We got Billy Kitchens in the 8 for Nathan Norman Motorsports, Tatum Wright, a rookie driver, Azara Mir was in the 40, and Brian Gomez in the 16, Sean Art, and Mandy Evans. That rounds out your field. And here's a starting grid if y'all didn't see it. Let's get these trucks going. I'm not going to put the starting grid in the description since I've already went over the field with you all, so there you go. And now the nerves for these truck series drivers. Oh, did somebody stall in the back? Yep, Annika Ritchie. That's an automatic restart. Sorry. That will be waived off. I want all trucks starting the race and not having mechanical problems. Everybody must take the green. I want to make sure everybody rolls off pit road. So that way we don't have any problems. So Jessica Moore slow off the grid for some reason. Make sure everyone rolls off. Okay, looks like everybody has rolled off. So these drivers got a pace lap while they had to fix Annika Ritchie's 42 truck. Now we'll be going green next time by. What kind of nervousness do these trucks have? These truck drivers have. For some, they haven't raced since 2016. For others, it's their very first ever truck race. And considering we haven't done a truck series race on this channel since 2016, it's going to be interesting to see how things will have. Glad you're along for the ride tonight. We're going to go 100 laps and 225 miles. These drivers will have to make at least 2 pit stops. Here we go. The return of the Coca-Cola Truck Series is green. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, drivers at Riki. Now we're going to see how these drivers race at night. We saw how they race in the daytime where the truck started to pull away a lot. Hopefully that will not be the case here tonight. It's like that inside line starting to get going. Everybody did take the start, which is an A+. And Stephanie Driscoll not only leading the first lap, but the first lap of the new season for the Truck Series. Stephanie Driscoll, a driver in the currently in the Diva Series. Or who ran a lot of seasons in Diva. Turn down the brightness so you guys can see the trucks. Turn it up just a tad. There we go. That way you guys can see the screen. June Bailey in second. Of course, June Bailey had the advantage along with Greg Rutz, as I had a bug on my arm. Same with Ashton Ingersoll. Trying to think who else. Greg Rutz, Robert Morris. So the 4 drivers that took part in the event, and I went over and I forgot who was. Oh yeah, so June Bailey went from second. Now she's back to 6th. Of course, June Bailey got an extra 20 laps over these drivers as she took part in the non-charter race yesterday. As Samantha Granger going for the lead. Of course, Granger has a charter this season. And one thing for these drivers that are running full-time this season, if you win tonight, you are automatically into the playoffs, providing you can stay in the top 30 in the points. Mandy Evans has lost the draft in that Nissan Titan. Not sure what has happened. That's a tough break for her, along with Brian Gomez. Now, let me explain why Brian Gomez is in this ride. A couple of drivers like Annie Crenshaw and April Winters, the reason those drivers are not in those rides, and also that's because of the fact they are not 18 years old. And so they are unfortunately not in tonight's field. We will see them eventually, but they're not 18 years old. That's probably why you're seeing some former champions in this. Even if Brian Gomez, R.A. Springer go to victory lane, it's not going to matter because neither of them are running full-time in the Truck Series. So even if they get a win, it will not count towards a spot into the playoffs. They're just out here for fun. Gonna be interesting to get used to these names. There goes Driscoll. Driscoll, I believe, I'll have to get a confirmation who Driscoll's filling in for. There's Erica Douglas in the 22, sponsored by Charleston's. She used to drive for Douglas Motorsports. And she's never raced here in Canada before. She's driving for Daniel's Racing, which has 4 charters. The 2016 failed to qualify with Carmen Alejandra behind the wheel. There's R.E. Springer. I believe R.E. Springer is going to be taking part in... I don't think she made the Buffalo Wild Wings Series race. So this race for R.E. Springer is a good test for the Reese's Pro race. We'll see a couple of... We'll probably see tomorrow night. Of course, tomorrow afternoon will be the Buffalo Wild Wings Series season opener. And then tomorrow night, we'll have the division races for the Monster Energy Series, as Brian Gomez and Mandy Evans have lost the draft, along with Billy Kitchens. Sean Hart has also lost the draft, so that's a tough break for those drivers. And we saw this in the non-charter race, that lap traffic played a factor who made the race and who didn't. Will that come into play here tonight? We'll have to wait and see. As Stephanie Driscoll continues to lead, change for second. Samantha Granger passes Annie Winters. Of course, Winters is running full-time in the Buffalo Wild Wings series, and she is in tomorrow's race, so this is also a good test for her, getting her ready to make her Buffalo Wild Wings series for full season. Of course, Annie Winters finished in the danger zone in the Monster Energy Series, which is the reason why she fell down to the Buffalo Wild Wings Series. A number of drivers who were in Monster Energy is now in Buffalo Wild Wings, and we'll see them tomorrow. So Mandy Evans is going 183. This pack's going 197, 196. So they're going a lot faster. Sean Arts lost the pack. Let me make sure I pronounce this name right. Again, if I mispronounce names, I do apologize. Makara Amirmoez. That's gonna be a name I'm gonna have to get better pronunciating. Anyway, she and her sister Azar Amirmoez in danger of losing the pack. There's Tatum Wright. Tatum Wright is a college student at the University of Shippensburg, 20 years old, or 21 years old, I should say, from Tampa Bay, Florida. Can you believe that? Born in Tampa Bay, currently living in Shippensburg. She's been all over the place throughout the country. Lived in Colorado Springs, Grand Forks, North Dakota. All that with her. Of course, her sister was born in North Dakota. Of course, Ashton failed to qualify for tonight's race. Of course, she's on the pit box of that 33 truck. So we'll see how Tatum's going to do. There's Greg Rutz, who raced his way in. Brian Gomez. I think I made a mistake. I think. And, yep, I made a mistake. I have two Brian Gomez's. I'm going to say Ebonia Mirwaz is in the 16 truck. I'll fix the results after that. So I do apologize if I made that error. Then again, I haven't done a truck series in a while. Now they put Mandy Evans one lap down. Not sure why I had two drivers with Brian Gomez, so I do apologize to Cody Smart. Then again, I haven't done this series in 7 years, so you can probably cut me a little bit of slack. Of course, Ebonia Mirmoez. Brian Gomez has lost the pack. I'm about to be lapped. So, yeah. Where's that mistake I saw? Okay. This one is, I don't know who I'm going to put in this right. I'm going to say, I'll figure that out. I'll fix the results when I get the chance. Again, I apologize for that mistake. This is what happens when I haven't done a truck series season in, 8 years or so? I hadn't done one since 2016, and I didn't realize that little fail. So, again, I apologize for that. This is what happens when you haven't done a truck race in quite some time. And I was trying to rush this really quickly so I can get this and the Buffalo Wild Wings series done tonight. So, Yeah. Hopefully I won't make that same mistake. I'll need to make sure to put a driver in that, and I'll edit the points. I'll just put like a random name. I'll just say as the 16 truck is going a lap down, I'll just probably put I'll probably just say that's Marco Diaz. That's getting lapped. So Driscoll has got a big lead, but you know on super speedways, when you try to pull out to a big lead, this pack's going to hunt you down real quickly. And that's exactly. So I'll say one of the trucks, the 07 will be Marco Diaz. Okay. 07's Marco Diaz, 16's Brian Gomez. There. Now that problem is fixed. So Brian Gomez 1 lap down. They're catching Billy Kitchens. He's about to go a lap down in that GameStop Ford F-Series. Ooh, he almost came up and took out Driscoll and almost caused the dreaded big one. Now in the Truck Series, we did not have a caution in either non-charter races. We nearly had a caution there. Pretty soon, and they're getting ready to catch Sean Art, who's in danger of going a lap down. Like I said, you lost the draft. This is the result for losing the draft. So, yeah. But like I said, I apologize for that little error I made. Hopefully I didn't make any errors in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series roster. But like I said, it's been a long time since I've done Trucks and Buffalo Wild Wings Series on this channel. So you can probably cut me a little bit of slack here. So there's, that was not a good camera angle. There's Marco Diaz in the 07. Oh, we got a crash. We got a crash on the back straightaway. Who was torn up? Somebody's torn up. Is that Erica Douglas? Or is that... Oh, Sean Art's got damage. Well, so much for what I said. That will bring out, no doubt, the yellow. Sean Art's got rear end damage on his machine. Not sure what happened. And for the first time in the Truck Series, we are under the caution. Oh, there's some damage to Driscoll. I think she might have had something to do with the Sean Art incident. Let's see where Sean is. There he is. And he's got a little bit of damage. You can see the spoilers messed up on his Ford F-Series. Well, that didn't take long for the first incident of the season to take part. Like I said, we didn't have a caution in the non-charter race. Oh, June Bailey got torn up? Let's see. All right, let's see what happens here. I just don't think Sean Spotter was saying, by the way, the leaders were up high, and Driscoll just intentionally just dumped the 59 right in front of the entire field. Unfortunately, June Bailey's going to get a piece of it. Goes up and gets, I think that's the 18 of, I think that's Bridget Thomas, who got shoved into the wall. I can't confirm that, however. Yep, that is Bridget Thomas. Just got shoved into the wall. And 3 trucks involved in that first incident. Now let's make sure there's no pit lane collisions, because we had this happen. Oh, somebody's got... 81 truck's got some damage, I think. That's Heather Gallant, and she's out of the race. Now what in the flippin' world happened? Okay, this I need to see, because I don't know why Heather Gallant is out of the race. Unless there was something... Okay, let's see. Something happens here under the yellow, and we're about to investigate. Okay, did the O2... Did somebody cause an incident? I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, there's single file there. And, okay, oh, Jesse Art is damaged. What happened to the 11? Oh, we had a wreck coming to pit road. What on bloody earth? Who is that spun? Mike Chilton. Mike Chilton, and that was Rita Seagrid. Now, what on bloody earth was that? Yeah, it looked like the 88 just plowed in the back of the 23 for really no reason. Not sure what that was all about. Marco Diaz is going to get a piece of it in the 07. And then Jessie never slowed down, and she rammed in the back of, that was Jimmy Baker. How the 51 got through that, I don't know, along with the 54. That's Patrick Combs in the 51. I don't know how in the world he got through that. But there's going to be some consequences in regards to as Sean's returning to the racetrack. That's good news for Sean. As we're going to get the 1 to go signal as we're going back to green flag racing. Drivers out after that incident. Heather Gallant's out. Jesse Art is out in the 02. Oh, Baker. Okay, I didn't see how Baker got a piece of it. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, so that's how he got the piece of it. Okay, gotcha. We got 39 trucks on the track, 35 on the lead lap, as we're going to go back to green flag racing. Just got this over the headset. Driver and crew chief of the 88 truck report to the big red truck after the race is over. Just got that over the headset. Yeah, Marco Diaz has got a lot of damage. That's a tough break for Marco. Annika Ritchie's got no hood on her 42. Did we have another pit lane collision that I wasn't aware of? Oh, she ran the back of somebody, and who was that she ran the back of? That would be the 05 of Benny MacArthur. That's male abuse. Annika Ritchie is also called to the big red truck for that little incident. So, just like what we saw in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series non-charter race, is pit lane collisions. And some drivers called to, in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series, the big yellow and black truck. And now we had some drivers called to the big red truck for that little incident. Oh, somebody's coming to pit road. Is that Ari Springer? Saw one of the Brad Keselowski trucks. It is Ari Springer. Oh no, what is... Oh, she's got damage to the right side. She must have hit the wall. We're at the 1/4 mark, by the way. Did she have contact with another truck that I was not aware? What is it with these stupid pit lane collisions? Good grief. We're gonna need to investigate this. Who did she hit? Who hit her this time? Up, 48. Yep, 48 hit the 19 for some reason. That might be a trip for Bella Santiago to go to the big red truck. That's a tough break for Ari Springer. And now Samantha Granger is now the leader as a result of that. Rita Seagrid on pit road. That's karmic retribution for the 88. Marco Diaz not having a good run tonight. Bet Marco's probably going to be a little disappointed. That's not the way he want to make his truck season. Of course, Marco Diaz. Yeah, Marco Diaz is in that '07 truck. He was supposed to drive for Zachary Taylor Motorsports, but I guess he got picked up for a one-race deal before he starts his limited starts with Zachary Taylor's 31 team. So he's probably going to be running some other races with other teams that whenever he's not racing with Team Indian Motorsports. That's a team. Excuse me. Sorry for the yawn. Rita Seegrid back up to speed. Also, I think Rita Seegrid had to repair the damage on her grill. She's going 165. The leaders are going 195. That's a difference of 30 miles an hour. Are we under yellow? No, we're not. Okay. I thought we were under yellow for a second, but I was seeing things. There's Makara Amirmoez. Remember, she nearly lost the draft, but that yellow was a saving grace. Here she is up in the top 10. Of course, her sister Azar is in this one. Of course, there are other of course, Azar Mirmoez, I believe, is in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series race tomorrow. And then their other sister, Ebony, will be in the Monster Energy races. They've already put the 88 a lap down. 88 is a lap down and being annoying back marker. So now we got to attend the 88. Good grief. That's not the way you want to start your season, if you ask me. And unlike in 2016, where the season opener, which was at Daytona at the time, we talked to, I forgot to bring this up, and I'll go ahead and bring this up. In 2016, when I did this series and the Buffalo Wild Wings series, we went caution-free. That will not be the case tonight here on this channel as far as the rebirth is concerned, now that we had our first and so far our only yellow of the race. Something tells me the Buffalo Wild Wings Series race will have a caution in that race tomorrow. Something tells me that's going to happen. And if that's the case, I'm not going to be surprised. What I am surprised is how poor Mandy Evans is running, if you ask me. And Tatum's in the top 10. Good run for Tatum. Her father, Sean, is a military. Sean Wright is a military person from the Air Force, which we want to thank. Sean Wright, not Sean. That's spelled S-H-A-W-N. We want to thank him for his service. And now they got their daughters racing, of course, which we are so proud of, the both of them. Tatum and Ashton both race in the Diva Series, so that's why they got promoted up to the Truck Series. Annika Ritchie getting passed by Marco Diaz. That's Mike Chilton. Tough break for Mike Chilton, who was just minding his own business and got ran over by an idiot who, by the way, is not even running 180 and not even up to full speed. I mean, that truck is just dreadfully slow. There's Erica Douglas, who's currently in the 18th position. And we mentioned Betty Johnson. I believe she's replacing... I'm trying to think who was in that 25 I had before. And the reason Betty Johnson's in that truck is because the driver that originally was in that truck is not even 18, which also would explain. As Azar Amirmoez has lost the pack, she'll probably get reeled in by Hattie Swore. Of course, Swore and Johnson, even though Betty Johnson's driving a Toyota, and Hattie Swartz driving for Daniel Voles Racing. Hattie Swartz trying to bounce back after a dismal season last season. Of course, I did not do this. Did not do the trucks or Buffalo Wild Wings series last season. That was actually done by Cody Smart on Discord. Erica Douglas this season has a charter. Of course, she'll be also competing in the Monster Energy Series in tomorrow night's race. Of course, that is a double header with the Buffalo Wild Wings Series race. Of course, Buffalo Wild Wings Series race will be during the daytime tomorrow. And then we will have the Monster Energy Series under lights here at Riki, and that will cap off Speed Weeks here at Riki Raceway. And Erica Douglas will be driving the 49 in that event. Sean Art in the 59. How he's still up to speed with all that damage to the back of his Ford F-Series, I will never know. Of course, his sister's out of the race. Heather Gallant and the 02, that is Jimmy Baker. Not the way they want to start off their Truck Series campaigns. Of course, Jesse is 18 years old, so the good news is for Jessie is she's definitely going to pass drivers who are not running the full schedule in the Truck Series. So that's the good news. But the bad news is not the way you want to start off your truck season. So a bad night already for the Art family. And of course, Sean Art's going to be also in tomorrow's Monster Energy Bash or Monster Energy Series race along with Jesse. So they're just trying to get some experience, and Jesse's short experience is done. Of course, Jesse has been released from the care center along with Heather Gallant and Jimmy Baker. And I bet you my $5 bill there's going to be penalties for this driver, and guess what? She's about to cause a damn yellow. Oh, we got a crash. Whoops, speaking of yellow, Chloe Carmichael's got problems. Is that a yellow flag? The answer is no. But Robert Morris has a lot of damage. That's a tough break for Chloe Carmichael because she'll be in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series race tomorrow. Let's see, the engine went go on the 54. Yep. And of course, when she blew up, she got on the apron, and yep, truck died, and just nowhere for the 014 of Robert Morris to go. Don't think Robert Morris got a lot of damage to that truck. Might have just did a little damage to the grill. I don't think it hurt the truck that bad, but what a shame for Chloe Carmichael. And now she's out of the race. Chloe is out of the truck, though. The truck did teleport to pit road, so she got it out of harm's way, so that's the good news. That is, however, a tough break for Chloe Carmichael. Of course, Chloe is going to be doing triple duty. Or, I think Chloe's running the Buffalo Wild Wings Series race tomorrow. I know she's going to run a part-time Monster Energy Series with Turner Buick Racing, because that will be their third driver. Yep, 54 is teleported pit road. As the 15 currently is the leader, that's Samantha Granger. That's Marco Diaz that was going by. Chloe Carmichael did climb out of her truck okay. And she is being greeted by a Coca-Cola Truck Series official, asking if she's all right. Gave the official the thumbs up. And that was a mechanical failure, and she will not have to go to the care center because that was a mechanical failure. But that is a tough break for her. She's gonna get a golf. Probably the official will take her on a golf cart back to the garage. And back to the hauler for her. They have gotten the truck, they got the truck pushed back into the garage area, the 54 truck, so no need for a full course yellow or a caution. Which is bad news for Ashley Horton, who's lost the draft. She's currently 26, Robert Morris 27th. And of course, they needed that caution to come out, and it says the 54 had an accident, although something broke on that truck. So tough break for the 54 of Chloe Carmichael, and I bet Chloe's going to be a little disappointed. Poor kiddo, which is referring to Chloe Carmichael. Came into this race, high hopes. Gonna be disappointed. I bet Timmy Turner's gonna go give her a hug. Not the way you want to start the season, but you got more opportunities to continue to impress, and I think Chloe Carmichael will still continue to impress a lot of people. There's Ari Springer, who has all that damage to that draw-tight Ford F-Series out of Smart Motorsports. As Annika Ritchie still has no hood on her machine. Great run for Lauren Grubias. That's Justin Hugo in the 2. Hugo, a former AutoZone Amateur Series driver. Lauren Grubias in her second season with Daniel Voiles Racing. Grubias ran in the AutoZone Amateur Series a couple of years ago. There's Riley Roblier. Great run for him in that number 13 out of Thor Sport. Tico Jumianka, of course, he is an ex-AutoZone Amateur Series driver. Drove the number 5 Lucas Oil Chevrolet for Bobby Gerhart in the AutoZone Amateur Series. Billy Kitchen off the lead lap. Mandy Evans would like to forget today. How about the rookie Makara Amirmawez having a great run? And there's June Bailey. Remember, June Bailey was involved in our only caution tonight. Nice rally for the Petty Dodge out of Petty Enterprises. As looks like Patrick Combs is making an unscheduled stop. And looks like it's scheduled. Looks like he cut a tire down. That's a tough break. Not a good night for some of these drivers who really haven't just had a difficult run. How about the rookie Sarah Costello? Great run for the rookie. She's really impressing team owner Daniel Voiles in this 46. The City Chevrolet Silverado. You can definitely classify that truck as a throwback. And of course, Sarah Costello running for Rookie of the Year. As now they have put Ashley Horton and Robert Morris a lap down, and the two being a gracious back marker and let the leaders go. Of course, Annie Winters not running the full championship here in the truck series, just running part-time. And looky there, lap traffic. Guess who? The 88 being an annoying douchebag. Now holding up the 57. I don't think a lot of people are going to be happy with Rita Segrett after tonight. Of course, Robert Morris probably has a little bit of a hood buckle on his number 14. I'm trying to think what that sponsor is. Sponsored by Omega Racing. That's what the sponsorship is. Love that truck. As Patrick Combs just came off pit road. We're still green flag racing. Ooh, Patrick Combs didn't realize the leaders were coming as we're near the halfway mark in this race. Of course, Annie Winters, a former Monster Energy Pro Series, of course, she dropped to the Buffalo Wild Wings Series after finishing in the danger zone. And new for the Truck Series, as that was really close. Even if Annie Winters wins, it's not going to matter much because Annie Winters would not, that win would not count towards a spot in the playoffs because Annie Winters is running for the Buffalo Wild Wings Series championship. Of course, Winters will run part-time in Monster. However, Samantha Granger has been really impressive as we're past the halfway mark. We're halfway through tonight's Canadian 225. So far, we have 24 trucks on the lead lap, 38 still in the race. And out of the race are Chloe Carmichael, Jimmy Baker, Jesse Art, and Heather Gallant. In the words of Cody Smart, Heather Gallant wins the reverse race. And of course, Heather Gallant was not involved in our first caution of this race here tonight. She was actually involved in a pit lane collision in which Rita Sigrid ran in the back. Ran in the back of the, I'm trying to think what truck that was. Ran into the back of, can't find that truck. Ran the back of somebody. And there's Stephanie Driscoll, not the night she would have liked. She was involved in a wreck. Of course, June Bailey was involved in our only yellow. How is she still running in the top 10 and still up to speed? I will never know. A lot of other drivers got a piece of that incident, so... Boy, that explains how bit of a mess this race was. This race has been good, other than that, you know, Hattie Swar's having a good run. Good run for Betty Johnson. Not the run Hattie Swar would have liked, but at least it's a solid run. There's Sean Art in 31st. Boy, Sean Art's had a tough speed weeks. Gets involved in an incident not of his own doing. And we are being told by the officials they are not going to penalize Sean Art for that incident. Of course, Sean Art, you know, is a rookie, so I'm going to cut him the benefit of the doubt, so I don't want to be too harsh on him. But they may end up calling this young lady, Stephanie Driscoll, who caused that incident, they may actually have her make a visit to the big red truck for a post-race meeting with the officials. Or they may, which by the way, the officials are looking into that incident between Sean Art and Stephanie Driscoll. As the 23 of Mike Chilton. Oh yeah, it was this truck. Mike Chilton got turned around. And Jesse Art and others had nowhere to go. And the rest was history, so. Betty Johnson got held up by Rita Sigrid. Sigrid's definitely going to lose some points today. Of course, I know I know Sigrid's having a frustrating night, but you know, you gotta not make stupid mistakes. Marco Diaz right behind Charlie Silver. Haven't talked much about Charlie Silver in the 9 truck tonight. Quiet run for him. Quiet run for Tico Jumiaca. Bella Santiago, who raced her way in, having a good quiet run. Another driver we haven't talked about, that 29 truck of Prudence Littlejohn. Haven't talked much about her all night. Getting held up by Annika Ritchie, and Annika Ritchie has also been asked to see the officials in the big red truck when this is all said and done. Prudence Littlejohn fell all the way down to 14th. Haven't talked much about Prudence Littlejohn. Of course, her dad, Bill Littlejohn, You know, in his 60s. And Prudence Littlejohn has been racing since 5 years old. Can you believe that? And she's learned a lot from her dad. And I tell you what, if that's a dad, I bet he's awfully proud of Prudence. Talked to Bill this morning. How nervous is he about Prudence Littlejohn racing in the Truck Series? He says, I'm 50 times nervous, but I know Prudence can get the job done. I mean, she showed it in the NSRA. She can definitely show it in any truck race or any car or truck she drives. It's Mandy Evans in 27th. Mandy Evans is trying to salvage what she can out of tonight. Just hasn't been her night. We're getting towards pit stops. I know these drivers cannot make it the rest of the way. They are in their window to make it the rest of the way. And we saw what happens on pit road. The problem is they've never made green flag pit stops. They've only made caution flag pit stops. As Makara Amirmo is getting swamped by this pack. Oh, they're coming to pit road. Okay, green flag pit stops have begun. Now the question is going to be, when will these leaders pit? Well, that answered that question. There's the two DVR trucks. That's Grubius and Costello. Great run, especially for Costello. And yep, we are having green flag pit stops. We're going to have green flag pit stops. Now, these drivers can make it to the end on fuel. The last thing these drivers don't want to see is a yellow that would trap them a lap down. Oh, a yellow flag during pit stops could come at the wrong time, and that really could screw everything up like a hot potato. Trying to see who is the leader. They're saying it's still the 15 truck. And there's Tatum coming to pit road. Bridget Thomas is coming to pit road. I think Justin Hugo stayed out, so I think he'll inherit the lead unless he's a lap down. Right behind him, Greg Rudd's having a solid run. Greg in the 12th position. Nice solid run from Greg. Now he's going to take 11th because they are right behind the 51 truck of Patrick Combs. Nice run for Greg Rudd, running a partial schedule here in the Truck Series. Greg hopes to have a charter for next season, so we can start running the full schedule. June Bailey having a good run. Proud of Sarah Costello, who's really been impressive here tonight. Now, who is currently the leader? Plus timing and scoring has not updated. I think it would be these drivers right here. Yep. Granger and Winters, of course. Winters is about to lose the, well, as I was going to say, was going to lose the draft, but that's not going to be the case. Now they're being held up. Oh, it's because the 07's in the way. That's Marco Diaz. They've also put Betty Johnson a lap down. Bella Santiago's now on, I believe she is a lap down. Let me confirm that. The 48 truck, and She is going to be a lap down, so. Stephanie Driscoll coming to pit road. Sean Hart still surviving. Same with there's Tico having a solid run. Of course, there is a automatic as Ari Springer's coming to pit road. Ari did not make her pit stop, so now she's going to be a lap down. Ari's had a rough night, so I'm just going to cut her some slack. Coming up to 35 laps to go here tonight. These Truck Series competitors were really excited coming into tonight. A lot of high hopes that they could be one of the drivers that could possibly win the championship. Of course, Annie Winters is not running for the championship here in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series. She's just a substitute driver for April Winters, who is not 18 years old. And she won't be 18 until we get to Martinsville. Carla Sanat, haven't talked much about Carla. She's now in 31st. Carla is a lap down, and the 57 is out of the race. Oh, no. Oh, Ashley Horn's out of the race. That's a shame. That's a darn shame. Ashley was just having a respectable run. But, of course, DVR unreliability strikes again. That's a shame. That's just a darn shame. That's a tough break for Ashley. I feel bad for Ashley. That just sums up DVR this whole weekend. Their 26 truck didn't make the race. Now I better be concerned about the not World Knots Racing. Excuse me. I'm thinking of the Monster Energy Series. Excuse me. I better be concerned about these Chevrolets, because we had this problem happen in the season opener in 2016 where drivers were having issues as far as that's concerned. So there you go. I think the reason we have a big lead over third place is because of all these lap cars. Jessica Moore currently leading the second pack. Good run for Tatum Wright. And Greg Rutz is going to crack the top 5. Don't be surprised if that 88 truck gets a penalty. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if we get a yellow now. And Ashley Horton climbed out of the truck, just devastated. Ashley Horton's really devastated. She had a good truck tonight, was having a lot of respect for her competitors, and the damn engine blew. That's a shame. That's just a shame. I don't like seeing. I hate that for her. I really do. And Samantha Granger has pulled out to a big lead, but On a restrictor plate, that's never a good idea. And they're trying to reel her in. Because here's the thing, Annie Winters is not running for the championship. This driver, Samantha Granger, is. And they'll be catching these trucks really soon. Oh, somebody's on pit road. Oh, that's Rita Seegrid. I think she was black flagged by the Coca-Cola truck officials to come to pit road and serve a penalty. Which I wouldn't be surprised if they just tell her to park the truck right about now. Nope, they just made 4 tires and fuel and sent her back out. I'm really wondering if these drivers are not going to make it on fuel. I mean, you know, that's something in the back of my mind is, you know, these trucks are the CCTS physics. I'm starting to wonder if that may have not have been our last pit stop, even though 44 laps is how far these trucks can go on fuel. But something in the back of my mind tells me I don't think we're going to see that being as our final stop. Of course, remember what happened in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series non-charter race yesterday, where we thought drivers were going to make it to the end on fuel. Unfortunately, Jessica Shelton and a couple of others, for some apparent reason, had a tire go down or something like that, which I believe I was told by a Goodyear engineer this morning that there was a tire that was slowly deflating on Shelton's car yesterday, which was a tough break for Jess. And I'm starting to wonder if that might not be our last pit stop. Even though they can make it the rest of the way, but I wouldn't be surprised. I'll be surprised if we have to make pit stops again. Even though we can make it the rest of the way. We'll see. Oh, Annie Winters. Oh, Annie Winters had to get out of the throttle there. We're going to have 25 laps of racing to go. As they've caught this pack right here. Ooh. Seegrid just about got turned by Azara Mirmawez. That would have not been funny if she would have swept her sister up. That would have been an interesting discussion in the Mirmawez camp if that would have happened. But thankfully it didn't. And they are going to go a lap down. But still a nice run from the two sisters, running in 18th and in 19th. Robert Morris. Each driver's about to go a lap down. Nothing else has happened so far in this race other than we have been caution-free so far in this race, with the exception of the first incident that caused some damage to Sean Art, which, by the way, I'm going to check and see if anybody else has dropped out of the race. The answer is no, other than the 57. Hate that for Ashley Horton, who is just having a respectable run, and the and the DVR unreliability strikes again. Oh, Chevrolet has not even solved their damn reliability problem since 2016. What else is freaking new? And I'm not roasting Chevrolet in a bad way. I'm just saying that as, whoa, Granger nearly wrecked Erica Douglas. That would have not sat well with Daniel Voiles there. That was almost a wreck. Thankfully, we keep it together. But that 42 is going to be a problem. Pete Ramirez, last truck on the lead lap in 13th. So far, a very interesting truck race. Of course, it came down to fuel strategy. Everybody can make it to the end on fuel. Can't wait to do the Buffalo Wild Wings Series race coming up. By the time you're watching this, it'll be tomorrow. But I'm doing it tonight as of this broadcast. And of course, the Buffalo Wild Wings Series drivers, they're going to have an extra 20 laps on their agenda versus these Truck Series drivers. So I'm going to pull up my handy-dandy calculator here. Have that up and ready to go in case I need to do some math in my head. 42 truck being lapped. Oh boy, be careful. Just be careful, drivers. Just get around her without wrecking each other. Yeah, Annika's just being a nuisance, just not letting people go, and that's why the officials want to have a word with her in the big red truck. 20 laps to go in this race. Now it's up to 20 seconds on third place, a 44 truck. And ironically, the 44 is June Bailey. Remember, she was involved in our first and only yellow of this race here tonight. Nice recovery from June Bailey in the 44. I'm surprised that this truck is still up to speed. That's what really surprised me, because she didn't get a whole lot of damage in our only caution of the night. Excuse me. And Sarah Costello, if Annie Winters is not in this series, if Annie Winters was ineligible, she would be second in the points as things stand. Samantha Granger driving the Muggs Root Beer. Oh, we got a crash. That's a yellow. Yep, caution's out. Somebody's slow. That's Justin Hugo. And this changes everything. There's a lot of damage. Does Justin Hugo not have a spoiler? Either way, second caution of the race, and that's a huge break for drivers who are about to be lapped. Yep, Hugo's got a lot of damage on the back end. Let's take a look at the replay here, Daryl. Coming out of turn 4. And ooh, I don't know if Hugo thought he was clear or not. Whatever the case, looks like the 18 was not clear. Looks like, I don't know if the 18 came up or the 2 came down. Whatever the case, the 2 made contact, took each other in the inside wall, and then the 2 bounced up and got into the safer barriers. So that's a huge break for June Bailey, Sarah Costello, and company. And looks like we're going to have some takers coming to pit road. And that was the caution Samantha Granger did not want to see. Because now this just made this race really interesting. Okay, let me go to this so you don't have to see the entry list. Boy, we're in for a good battle here, ladies and gentlemen. 1 to go has been given. It's like all the drivers involved have continued. Nope. Justin Hugo has taken this truck behind the wall. Technically, I could say that was male abuse, but to be fair and honest with you, that was kind of a racing deal, and the officials appeared to agree with me, because I think the 2 was trying to get around a lap truck, and I just don't know if he was clear or not on the 18 of Bridget Thomas. Whatever the case, the 2 made contact, took each other to the inside wall, and then the 2 just backed his truck into the safer barrier. Hugo is out of the truck, and he will have to go to the infield care center. If you guys don't know why I say drivers have to go to the infield care center, new rules this year for the Truck Series, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Monster Energy Series, which I think you probably know what I'm talking about, is any driver involved in an incident take their truck behind the wall has to go to the infield care center. Just a precautionary safety we want to do as we're back to green flag racing. And something's happened to the... Oh no, Hattie Swartz got an issue. Hattie Swartz got a problem with her truck. That's not good. Oh, they're gonna crash. Oh, how did we get away with murder there? Oh, nope. We're wrecking. That's the big one. That's our 3rd caution. Well, that didn't take long for a wreck to happen on the restart. And I believe the leaders have already taken the caution. Yes, they have. Hattie swore had like some mechanical problem. Not sure what happened there. And already we went from having just only 1 single caution to now we've had 2 cautions in the last 5 or so laps. Let's see. I don't know, to be honest with you. I think Carla just hit the 74. They saved it there, and then yeah, looked like I don't know if the 74 didn't see the 014. Regardless, took out some drivers there. A bad night for Brian Gomez just got worse. Zara Mirmoez. Patrick Combs. As if Patrick Combs and I just couldn't get any worse. Ashton Ingersoll, who was having a good run here tonight, got a piece of it. But that's what brought out our 3rd caution of the night. Nobody got a lap back from the leaders. I believe we're going to be at 10 to go. We'll have to get an update from the DVR camp to see what caused that mechanical failure on the 74. Whatever the case, that's a tough break for Hattie Swart, who was having a solid run until that happened. And this will be a single file restart. And the 014 Robert Morris, unfortunately, has taken his truck behind the wall. 9 laps to go here in tonight's truck race. And we're back to green. Good chance if Samantha Granger blows this lead, it's going to be a you blew it. Because now the 46 who wasn't battling for the lead is up here. And here comes Sarah Costello for 2nd. We went from a board fest to now this race just turning. We've had 3 cautions so far tonight. I can tell you lap traffic's going to play a factor. Costello's trying to get help, though. Just can't make the move on Annie Winters. And Winters has been in 2nd all night tonight. But has not made a shot at the leaders. Here comes Costello again. And she's going to make the move underneath the 38. First time someone's challenged the driver for 2nd place in a while. And now her teammate Erica Douglas, not on the lead lap, might try to help Costello. Oh, no, Winters is not going to help Costello. That's good if you're Samantha Granger, who's leading this race. Now Costello could end up losing that third position, but she's got a strong truck. It's still a good run tonight for her. She's already in fourth gear. In fact, everybody's in fourth gear now. Now we're saving fourth gear till the end of the race. Costello going underneath Annie Winters for second. That might be all she wrote, unless they start getting a move under Granger. Granger has a big lead, but on a plate track like this, that's never a good thing, as Costello's in second. How about Lauren Grubius having a great run, and Winters does not want to help Costello for some reason. The more they keep doing this, they're allowing Samantha Granger just to pull away and win this one, unless lap traffic rears its ugly head, which there's a good chance the 88 is going to rear its ugly head before it's all said and done. So we have 5 laps of racing to go. If we get a caution here with 4 to go, this will end the race under the yellow flag. And yeah, that 88 is going to be in the way before it's all said and done. How about June Bailey in the 44 truck? Remember, she was involved in our first caution tonight. She's made a great recovery to fourth last time by. Great run for June Bailey, a Diva Series competitor. Could she help Annie Winters get the win? Now remember, if Annie Winters wins, it's not going to matter because Winters is not running for the championship here in the Truck Series. She's running for the Buffalo Wild Wings Series title. Coming to 3 laps to go next time by. Greg Runson, the 083, who had to race his way in. He's in the top 5. Great run for the Oklahoma driver. And the 88 is going awfully slow. They're going to catch her before it's all said and done. 3 laps of racing to go. And we saw this in the non-charter race. Going 166. They're going 198. Oh boy, we could end up having a wreck before it's all said and done. Entering turn number 3. We'll be at 2 laps to go. And Granger goes high to miss the 88 truck. That's going to hold everybody else up, and Granger's going to have a huge lead unless this inside line starts reeling her in. And yep, Granger's losing speed, because you can't pull out to a huge lead like that and get away with it. You will be reeled back in, and that's exactly what's going to happen. But that 16 truck could also be in the way as well. White flag one more time around Riki Raceway. Here comes Annie Winters. Oh, here comes Bailey. But she had to back off the throttle for some reason, unless her truck got tight. That might be it, unless they catch Brian Gomez pretty soon. Down the backstretch for the last time. Don't think they're going to get to Brian Gomez. I know they could wreck coming into the checkers, but anyway. Samantha Granger off turn number 4 will win the Canadian 225. In dominant fashion. And now the question is, even though it's too early to speculate, did Samantha Granger lock herself a spot into this season's PCSRA Coca-Cola Truck Series chase for the championship, providing she remains in the top 30 in points. We'll have to wait and see. But that was a good truck race here. Standings are currently not official yet, but they will be eventually. And standings are now official. I'm going to go ahead and export. So, Samantha Granger is our winner here tonight at the Riki Raceway here in Rimouski, Quebec. June Bailey's so close, but we'll have to settle for second. Still a great result from her. Annie Winters third, Greg Rutz in fourth. That's a go or go homer, second and fourth. Go or go homers having good runs. Lauren Grubias fifth, Jessica Moore sixth, Sarah Costello seventh. Good run for her. Same with Bruce Littlejohn in eighth, who had a very quiet run. Bridget Thomas in ninth, and Riley Roblier complete the top 10. Tatum Wright was the last truck on the lead lap. She'll look on down through the remainder of the finishing results. 35 trucks finished the race on the lead on the track. Only 11 finished the race, and 7 drivers finished out of the race due to our 3 cautions, 1 for an engine failure. Drivers were Robert Morris, Justin Hugo, who crashed out late, Ashley Horton, who had an engine failure, Chloe Carmichael, Jimmy Baker, Jesse Art, and Heather Gallant. So that's going to do it for the Truck Series here at this race. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCSRA crew today. We've shown your full finish results. You will see your point standings heading into next week at Atlanta Motor Speedway. That's a fun mile-and-a-half track, and we've seen in past PCSRA that we could end up having a lot of wrecks. We'll see what happens next week in our 200-mile event. Of course, we'll have the non-charter race for Trucks and Buffalo Wild Wings Series, and then we'll have Trucks, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Monster Energy Series. We still have to cap off our race weekend, though, from here at Riki with the Buffalo Wild Wings and Monster Energy Series from here at Riki before we pack up and head off to Atlanta Motor Speedway. Till then, I've been Dean Neville signing off, and you've been watching a production of the PCSRA, the best center racing since 2017. Good night from Riki Raceway.